And hello. I see the green squares. I think we're on. Hello. Good evening. This is Radish Radio. And before I go into today's theme and before I'm going to introduce my wonderful guest, we're going to enjoy the same opening song as always, which is Isolation Berlin with Aquarium. Enjoy.
Ins Aquarium und besuch die Goldfischkönigin. Im grünen Glas seh ich mein Gesicht. Die Fische schauen trostlos als ich. Ich lieb die Kühle und das fahle Licht. Denke schon fast gar nicht mehr an dich. Ich denke schon fast gar nicht mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Immer wenn ich traurig ins Aquarium und setz mich zu den Tintenfischen hin. Sie blubbern leise, wir verstehen dich. Und meine Tränen stören sie nicht. Ich lieb die Kühle und das fahle Licht. Fast gar nicht mehr an dich. Ich denke schon fast gar nicht mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Mehr an dich. Immer wenn ich selig das Aquarium und ich leicht gebückt zum Ausgang hin. Ich bedanke mich schnell bei meiner Königin fürs Rendezvous. Die Tür fällt krachend hinter mir zu. Ich stolper raus ins grelle Sonnenlicht und denke plötzlich wieder nur an dich. Ich denke plötzlich wieder nur an dich. Nur an dich. Nur an dich. Nur an dich. Nur an
So, welcome everyone. This is Radish Radio still, and today I have a guest, my very dear friend Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hello everyone.
Thanks for joining. The theme of today. So Dave is, among many other things, a very well-versed movie lover.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came up with the idea that we should make music for a movie.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And because the movie doesn't exist, that we also have to make up the movie that fits to this music. And what we have is a pre-selection of songs that we both brought.
Mm-hmm.
Like you brought a bunch, I brought a bunch. And we have a title.
Yeah, we do.
What is the title?
The title is B is for broccoli, ... and bullets! Exclamation mark!
So I think that already gives us in a
Direction.
kind of a direction. Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of like a gritty western, maybe with some melancholic undertones, or maybe how's this kind of movie called, cinema called, like where you get 2 for 1 prize.
Oh, you're doing the grindhouse
The
cinema,
grindhouse,
with
maybe.
the double bills.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I prepared a little bit because I was scared of the whole experimentation nature of this. I looked up movie tropes, and I looked up movie structure.
Yeah.
And I found the classic Hollywood movie structure. I'm
Right.
going to follow that a little bit. Maybe we're going to make it a bit more diverse than actual Hollywood.
Yeah.
But the first thing for any movie is we need a title track.
Yeah.
And I thought before we get into endless discussions about what the title is going to be before we even get started, I prepared one title track.
That's good.
And
I come prepared, folks.
I prepared it so that it fits your title. And I want to play as a title track from Dark Side, Paper Trails.
All right.
And you can tell me afterwards if this is what you were imagining. And if not, you just have to deal with it. And
No, of course. But that's the fun part of doing this whole free, wild, jazzy storytelling.
Exactly. I'm super excited. So let's start with Dark Side and Paper Trails.
Fruits on the table, a wooden house
So that was Dark Side with Paper Trails, our opening shot. What did we see?
What did we see? You know, I saw with this mellow, moody song with the dark, deep, low voice. I see a person that has a lot of problems that he wants to leave behind, and so he gets like a quick succession of edits of like packing the keys, packing the bags, and it's all in this, you know, flashy, maybe Edgar Wright style of editing, fast paced.
And where are we? What were the scenes that we seen? We're in a city or like in the desert or in the...
We're definitely he's leaving his home.
Okay.
But where is he heading to? That's the thing.
All right. But what was his home?
What was his home? Yeah, well, it was not the success story of his life, probably.
Right.
That's why he's probably leaving. But in the film, we will be finding out why he's leaving this place, why he's unhappy to be there, and maybe there's like a dark past or something that keeps that's haunting him somehow, and so he needs to pack his bag and leave.
Right. So according to the film site I looked up, the first thing that happens in a movie after the title track is the setup.
That's true.
And for the setup, we gonna understand where we are. So I guess we're in a city.
Yeah, when he's leaving the city, packing his bag onto his car. Right.
So the first thing we need is the protagonist.
Yeah.
So who's the protagonist?
Who's the protagonist? Well, so should we also do like who's playing the protagonist?
I think that's too far. I think let's just stay in fiction.
Okay. So we have a stern-looking. Let's go with a female.
A female?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go with a female. It's more interesting because you always have the narrative with the tough guy. Let's go.
Okay. How old is she?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she has a past, so she's a little bit already like. She already has some years, so she's not like the young dear, but she is also not in the 50s. Let's say about around 30, 40.
All right. So like definitely like has seen some shit. Not a girl anymore.
It's definitely it's someone that packs a punch. You don't want to mess around.
Strong female leads sounds great. Then what is her introduction track?
Her introduction track. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing is like you said that you prepared the intro song.
Yeah. And
that's actually what I also did. And now I'm trying to figure out if we can still like put that in. So she left the house with the car, and
because now according to my almanac that we have to build sympathy for her.
Yeah, we have to build sympathy. So
let's bring her in with a strong like intro song. Do you have something for us?
Yeah, but I need to look it up a little. Let's see.
We have a full list of songs.
Yeah.
I think 3 times as many songs as we can play. So
yes. So she's in that car reminiscing a little bit. We won't give away immediately what the plot is, but we'll be hinting, and this will be the song that would give that nostalgic feedback.
Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to picture the protagonist. What is she doing while the song is playing?
Oh, she's driving her car now.
She's driving her car. Okay.
So she has this reminiscence, and you see a flashback. And you also had the titles and stuff, and who's playing the director.
So picture her. What is the song called?
It's called Es Lilin by the Evergreens.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so there was the Evergreens with
As Lilin.
super nice song. I hope you pictured the woman. And we were heavily discussing in the meantime what happened and what is going, because our hero she's going on a journey.
On a road
let's
trip.
Let's keep it simple in that sense. And I think what has happened that she had a kind of like settled life in some sort of way. Like it didn't make her happy, but it was okay. It was enough to pay the rent. And let's say it was in a town that is going to be gentrified.
Yeah.
If you're fine with that. And
Yeah,
so
that's
she came home one day from work.
Yeah.
And she found that her landlord changed the locks.
Changed the locks, so she couldn't get in.
So she couldn't get in. Exactly. So she walked back to her car, got into her car without anything.
No, and she just left
leaves
it
the
behind.
town.
Yeah.
And she's on the way to.
She needs some money, yeah. So it's not
Money, okay.
Yeah. So now she goes to meet like an old partner in crime.
Old partner, okay. From university. Does she have university or maybe like school or someone?
Well, is it something that we should already give?
Let's make it queer. So when she left high school, she had a relationship.
Yeah.
With a bit older girl. Like maybe she was 16 and the girl was 24 or something like that. It's a bit creepy, but
why not?
Well, it's a gritty story.
It's 2020.
Exactly. And now she is determined to find that person back.
Yeah.
Because that might solve her whole
issue,
situation.
Well,
yes. So
at least a place to stay.
Yes.
At first concern.
So she remembers where she met her in her high school city. Yeah. And she's going to drive across the country to find her. And now we're going to see some flashbacks.
Yeah.
With the high school life and the person that she was with. And let me quickly check what I prepared for that. Oh yes, okay. We're gonna make it super cheesy. So it was a love story for her.
Yeah, for her.
And so I'm gonna play.
Is it a one-way love story or is it a?
It was back then. She thought a two-way love story.
Okay.
But well, you know how this stuff works. Yeah. Huh? So I'm gonna play a song by a band there called the Crystal Fighters.
Yeah.
And I listened to the song a lot when I had my first huge, immense crush in university. Didn't happen, of course, as it is with huge crushes. And I listened to that song while and it's like, looking back, it's very pathetic. But enjoy the Crystal Fighters with Plage.
Do you want to go to the plage with me? I'm going down, down, down there 4 in the morning. Most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Come down, 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 my love is calling. Do you want to go to the plage with me? I'm going down, down, down there 4 in the morning. Most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Come down, 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 my love is calling. Come over here with your heart, and I will love your heart with mine. Do you want to go to the plage with me? I'm going down, down, down there 4 in the morning. Most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Come down, 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 my love is calling. It's our fast moonlight. Nobody will see us go. And I wonder if I let you walk by you once more. Maybe you will look into my eyes and you will see just what you done to me. The time is short, and you know we only live one life. Yeah. It was love at first sight, and being by your side is the only thing on my mind. So, do you want to go to the plage with me? I'm going down, down, down there 4 in the morning. Most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Come down, 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 my love is calling. Come over here with your I will love your heart with mine. Come over here with your. Come over here with your. Come over here with your. And I will love your heart with mine. So do you want to go to the plage with me? I'm going down, down, down there for in the morning. Most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Come down, 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 my love is calling. Come down, 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 my love is calling.
Okay, that was Crystal Fighters with Plage. And just to recap a little bit, we're making up a movie on the spot during the show, and we're playing the fictional soundtrack to this fictional movie. And what do we have so far? So we have a female protagonist in her end 30s, maybe. And we had at the opening shot her being in the town that she lived in, that she worked at, that she was like getting by, and she had like an own place. And she came home from work, and her lock was changed by her landlord, and she was like left to her own devices. She didn't have anything. Maybe she had like one box of shitty stuff that landlord left outside. And she drove off to go to the city of her high school sweetheart, who is a bit older woman. And now she decided that she wants to go to her to find her.
Do we have a name for our protagonist?
Oh yeah, name for a protagonist. Do you have a proposal?
Yeah, I do. If we're gonna do a female protagonist, I really want to name her after my favorite Japanese actress, kick-ass girl called Meiko Kaiji. So we call her Maiko.
Okay, Maiko.
Yeah.
And so should we also picture her as Asian descent?
Yes.
All right.
Wow. Why
So-
not?
Sure.
Asian kick-ass.
So probably black hair,
Yeah.
long, short.
Well, let's say she just like had cut it short because she's done with the
Alright.
old life and she cut it off.
Okay,
Ah.
sure. And as we said, like determined looking person, but has seen some shit. Very nice. Then now she arrives at the city, right?
Yeah, and the city where she grew up with that not high school. What was it? Like youth. That sweetheart from her childhood, or not childhood, maybe later
Teenager life.
teenage life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for her, but finding find herself in cities that she barely recognizes, and also that the place where she's trying to find at first is completely torn down. It's just like,
Okay.
what the hell
So
happened?
maybe it was like, what do you think? Would they have met in a park, or maybe in a youth club, or like a sports facility?
Yeah, it was more like something like a youth club. It was a building that was torn down, and it's
Okay. And what is there now? Like, what does she see when she arrives?
Complete and utter destruction of that old place.
Okay, so like
So
destruction in the sense of that there's a ruin, or it's like flattened by like a parking lot
No,
or
it's
something?
ruined,
Ruined. Okay, so
Yeah.
just derelict.
derelict.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we should. Maybe it's because of palm trees. Maybe we are like in some kind of Southern American country. I don't
Southern
know.
American country.
So
Okay, so it's overgrown by trees.
Yeah, let's say Brazil, because there's a lot
Brazil,
of Japanese people there
Sure.
living there. So she's in Brazil, and that makes that torn down place. Oh, well, what happened there?
Okay.
Something is up to no good. So
Okay. So cue next song for
Yeah.
that scene.
we'll
Alright.
play the next song.
This one.
Yeah, and then this is this moment of looking through the rubble and what's happening.
Do we hear something? Aha. So this is Meta Meta with So Paulo no Shaken. Yes?
Brazil.
the white kids could make good music. And all the blacks too, they could make good music too. But you know that when you play both together, when you mix the white and the black together and make a chord, it sounds better than if it's just the white or if it's just the black.
Okay, So Paulo no Shaken from Meta Meta.
Meta.
And so we're now at a situation at this derelict space. We've seen her like being shocked and then investigating the whole.
Yeah.
What is her name again? Maiko.
Maiko.
We
Yeah.
saw Maiko investigate the area, and just as she digs through the stuff, she finds graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
And for her, that is significant because they were always spraying graffitis together when they were like she and her. What is her?
Her partner's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Is she Brazilian or also?
Yeah, she should be Brazilian.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
make it interesting. We cannot have only Asians.
Right.
Let's make it,
So Brazilian name.
a Brazilian name. What's Carolina?
Carolina, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, so she and Carolina, Maiko and Carolina, they were always doing graffitis around the
together.
city.
Yeah.
Maybe they even met while she was spraying a graffiti. And so she finds a graffiti in Carolina's style.
Yeah.
And
She obviously.
yes.
That sends her back in memory lane.
Exactly. And it reads, they are coming for us. We run for the hills.
Very cryptic.
Yeah. So they're coming for us. We run for the hills. And just as she's reading that, like someone shouts at her from the back.
Yeah.
And she turns around and there is this tall but like bulky white guy standing.
Yeah, and maybe some suntan. You've seen some suntan,
Yeah.
like a fake suntan.
Yeah, but like ugly tan. You
Yeah,
know?
the ugly tan.
Yeah, yeah.
tan.
So,
The
like-
Trump tan.
Yeah. all right. Probably big sunglasses. Maybe.
You can see he's not from here.
Yes.
Definitely not.
Maybe a baseball cap, but it's way too white. White baseball cap, and some like polo shorts or something.
Yeah,
like that.
cargo shorts make it
Cargo shorts.
awful.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And what is he doing? What is he telling her?
He tells her, "Hey, what are you doing on my property?"
Yes.
Property, she thinks. Property.
It was a communal space.
It was
right?
a communal
like part of the
space.
city.
Yeah, it was part of the city. It's where the whole city gets together. It's like a hangout for the townsfolk. But then suddenly, this person, which is not in any sense an evil thing, just to say that it's property now, but she recognizes that something is off,
All right.
just as she has her clue.
So
And,
I think we need a character introduction track
Yeah.
for that guy.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have something dark, something scary. Maybe this one. It's by Garden City Movement, and it's called "Move On," which I think fits the situation.
Yeah, which has
It's
to move on.
Yes, it's maybe we don't see this track necessarily in the confrontation because there will be some heavy dialogue, but it's like gonna be the pensive track when she's going out and driving towards the hills.
Which is,
So Garden City Movement with Move On.
Late night stories, running naked, cutting through the breeze. Kissing your eyes, knocking onto eyes. Catching stars and sea, presses up to me, whispers take me in. Soft skin covered shells, hearing distant bells to the endless screen. Now it's time to move on. Move on. Now it's time to move on. Move on. Move on. Fragile droplets, signs of dawn are piercing through the clouds. Looking at you sleeping gently on the sun. Start to fade away, leaving deeper trail. Please forgive me, love. Thanks to first and last, I'm always in the past. Run from what can hurt. Now it's time to move on. Move on. Now it's time to move on. Move on. Move on.
Okay, that was Garden City Movement with Move On. And we have a very nice recap of what happened because Josi sent us a cartoon. Is there any way to see this? No, there is not. Fuck. No chance to see this. Too bad. Maybe you can post it in the chat. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we see here, we see first a person in a car with some sunglasses, and then she's memorizing some nice times with her high school sweetheart, and then now she's coming to a derelict place with graffiti all over, and she was just.
What did the graffiti say?
Graffiti said, "They're coming for us. We run for the hills," and she met this, or she was kicked out by this guy, this white guy, and now she's driving out of the city towards the hills.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's driving.
She stumbles on something. She has to stop somewhere.
It's getting
dark. It's getting dark.
It's like I guess we're kind of like in a half desert situation or something.
Yeah, because going outside of the city.
Yes.
We're in somewhere around Brazil.
So there's no street light.
No. And Brazil can be a little bit seedy and things. So.
And it gets cold at night.
Yeah.
So she drives out of the city, and you can see the mountain already in the background, or the hills.
But which hills? That's the question. She needs a lead.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess there's only one town out, and it leads to the hills.
Yeah, that's true. But it's on the way to.
Yeah.
But I mean, the hills can be like long, and so
yes,
where does she has to start?
And I would say like just where the hills start is like one house, like one like kind of derelict house, like and she comes closer and she sees it's a tavern.
Yeah.
And so she decides to get off there.
Yeah.
And
have a pina colada, maybe.
Yeah. And do some heavy drinking there.
Heavy drinking, and then, well, the thing that happens when you do heavy drinking, sometimes she get into trouble as well with the locals.
Right.
Or maybe they overheard her something like, hills. Well, she shouldn't look there. And a little skirmish happens to brew up in that little bar. Maybe you have some little situation with a bit of attitude. So
all right.
Shall we have some soundtrack that
is that
coincides
for the scene for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
so we're in the bar still when
we're in the bar. She's drinking heavily.
Okay.
And then some people overheard something, and it's like then she shouldn't look there or something, and turn around and they have a little bit of a skirmish.
Okay, cool.
Shows that she can handle herself. Also against 3 guys.
All right, cool. So what's the song?
It's called Pina Colada. Oh,
yeah.
She's drinking Pina Colada from Fumaça Preta.
Okay.
valiente, rebelde del primer mundo. Se sabe los panfletos de memoria, tiene un saber profundo, muy profundo. Tiene preparado, activado su dedo autoritario. Y aunque papi tiene buen billete, dice que es proletario. No es capaz de terminar una frase sin usar un ismo. Le llama a sus dogmas convicciones para engañarse a sí mismo. Desde aquel maldito día que algún pendejo le creyó, se la pasa parafraseando libros que no leyó. Sí señor, cómo no, ya llegó, pa' cállate la jeta. Sí señor, vámonos, ya llegó, llegó Fumaça Preta. Llegó Fumaça Preta. Llegó Fumaça Preta. Jura que cambiará el mundo y que es mejor que se familiaricen. Que como un lorito amaestrado repite lo que otros dicen. se te ocurra cuestionarlo, decirle lo contrario. De la verdad absoluta se siente único propietario. Dictadores carniceros prefiere seguir venerando. Si los llamas asesinos es que te están manipulando. Piensa que yo soy incoherente, que no hago lo que predico. Él escribe justicia social con rayas de perico. 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 Con todo respeto vine a dar un parado sin pedir permiso. Con tu verborrea maldiciente voy a barrer el piso. ¿Quién fue que te pidió opinión? Cállate la boca, becerro, no seas tan bocón. Sí señor, cómo no, ya llegó, pa' cállate la jeta. Sí señor, vámonos, ya llegó Fuma Zapreta. Llegó Fuma Zapreta, ya llegó, pa' cállate la jeta. Ya llegó, no me más voltereta. Ya llegó, no me hagas moriqueta. Ya llegó, que te sale choreta. Ya llegó, te traje la receta. Ya llegó, ven ponte la chancleta y zapatea por otro lado. 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 Y zapatea por otro
Sure. Okay, that was Fumaka Preta with Pina Colada.
Yes.
And so we had the bar brawl. And
She showed her that she can stand her own
right,
girl.
right. And we have a cut next day.
Yeah.
And so she's probably waking up in the bar room.
Yeah.
Like
And it's not only a headache from drinking,
Yes.
but it's also a headache from getting like a pool cue smashed on your head.
Right. But so she's like lying on the pool table.
On the pool table.
And she's like getting up.
Yeah.
And like while she gets up, you can see in the background, like there's no common mate to it, but in the background you can see a guy like half lying out of the window.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like these
The old
western
thing,
scenes where
yeah.
they put the people out of the window and he's like still hanging there. And she like gets up there, has a headache, struts out of the door. Kind of feel like if it would be a male protagonist, she would probably piss in the bar.
Yeah.
I think we should do that. Like
Why not?
she just pisses on the billiard table.
There's this guy lying that she kicked her ass. He's still knocked out.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs some answers, so she wakes him up.
It's quite a scene. She gets up, she just pees on the pool table.
Yeah.
I like that. And then she walks out to gets her car key. Looks for a car key. Car key's not there.
Oh no.
Yes. and she realizes and looks, and you can see like the shadow in the sand where her car was standing is gone.
So something happened while she was brawling, and someone nicked her car.
Yeah, exactly. And so she looks now back to the city and up to the hills.
Yeah.
And it's really far to the city because she drove a whole day before. And so she makes a decision.
And there's no turning back now.
Yeah, makes a decision, go to the hills.
To the cryptic message.
Yes, and she finds graffito signs. I don't know, maybe some kind of character, like a little guy or something.
Like a little urchin to
Yes.
Utrecht.
Yes, like not an actual person, like as the graffiti.
Yeah, I know the graffiti. Yeah,
Yes,
the graffiti urchin.
and she remembers that they used these to point at something. Like it's like a secret language. Like
Chupacabra, maybe like a cartoon Chupacabra. That's
what
like
is Chupacabra?
Chupacabra is like this mythic creature somewhere in Latin America.
How does it look?
Well, it's like a small little monsterish, but it's like this is the cartoony graffiti version of it. Maybe.
But what do you mean monster? Like a lizard or like
very lizardy kind of creature.
Okay, and he looks to the right.
Yeah.
So she knows she has to go to the right.
Points to.
And she walks a bit into a trail.
Yeah.
Between some rocks, and she finds another one. Looks again to the right. She goes further into the right, and she follows these until she finds the opening of a cave. Cave inside is really dark. And she goes closer to the cave and she feels some cold air, meaning that the cave is probably deep.
Yeah, very deep.
And we see her, and she just decides that she's going to walk into the cave to find Carolina. What's her name?
Yeah, Carolina.
Okay,
indeed.
Perfect. So I have a song for this that I could have prepared. Let me check. Yeah, it's the band is called Lalipuna, and the track is called Scary World Theory. And I have to admit, it's a track that I only recently found. I really liked it, but I don't completely remember the energy of the track.
Yeah.
So I think what is going to happen in this cave is going to be determined by the energy.
Of this tune.
Yeah. So let's see where we go.
I like this free jazz.
So Scary World Theory by Lalipuna.
Storytelling free jazz.
shot on target. Perpetrator knows how to strike. I've never said you'll have to be afraid of the cookie monster beside your bed. It's not the real ones in your head.
Okay, that was sorry.
Pulalina.
Pulalina with Scary World Theory.
Scary World Theory.
And what happened is that she walked into the cave
Yeah.
and
She didn't come prepared. She
didn't come prepared. No,
For
like no light, nothing. She's just like in the area where the light from the entrance
Yeah.
shines. And what happens now is that she stumbles over a tripwire.
yeah, and something goes off.
Yeah, you see like you hear a mechanism in the
go off.
background, like very Indiana Jones.
This is very Indiana Jones, actually.
Yes. And by the way, also like sorry, like everyone who joined us by now, we're making up a movie on the spot, and we're like spitballing the story that's happening and playing songs to fit the story. So if you have any
Try,
input, please give us the input.
It will be fun.
But so yeah, she sets off a tripwire. Mechanism goes, something rolls, like you hear something here, and then a stone rolls there, and then something, and the last thing is a loud crack,
Yeah,
and then a boulder drops.
drops on the.
Oh no, maybe not a boulder. That's too heavy. Maybe like a bunch of like gravel and like a kind of like a very primitive gate
Yeah,
drops and blacks out the cave she's in, and she looks at it and she runs back to it and tries to get out, and it's not possible. And then she pulls her
drives
phone.
around.
Yeah, pulls her phone out of the pocket.
Yeah,
and switches on the light on the phone.
yeah, and then tries to. Yeah, the only way now is just
Go
there's
in.
no turning back now. She has to
Yeah.
go further down.
Kind of a Moria situation.
Yeah, and now she has to go further down.
Yeah.
So we have like a little bit of an unknown direction.
Like there's only one path, right?
Yeah,
And she follows that path with her light of the phone.
with the light. This is another like searching kind of moment.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna listen to a sound for that?
Yeah, we're gonna listen to Todo Parao Part 2 by Conjunta Papa Upa,
Nice.
and it's Cave Dwelling.
Cave dwelling,
Time.
exploring the tell. Okay, let's go. right. So that was.
Todo Parao by Conjunta Papa Upa. I really needed to have a look at it.
Very nice. So Maiko is in the cave, and there's a bicycle outside.
And there's a bicycle somewhere. Okay.
Not in the cave. Maybe derelict bicycle. Anywho, so she walked into the cave system with her light.
With her flashlight.
Yeah, just like remotely in the distance.
Yeah.
Probably battery is getting low.
Yeah. Oh.
So again, have some rising tension. Yeah.
Go
And so she comes towards a natural bridge. So there's a cavity underneath her,
Yeah.
and she's deciding to like crawl over the bridge. And when she's like halfway, she all of a sudden sees a light on the other side, side of the
She
cave.
thinks,
Yeah. Oh,
she's safe.
Yeah, she's like,
Or-
there are people there.
At least there are people.
And she shines towards them, and she sees, let's say, 3 guys and a woman coming up like a steep, like a boulder or something.
Yeah.
And so she calls out to them.
Yeah. She calls out to them.
What's she calling?
Yeah, that's a good question. Holy shit.
Oi.
What?
Oi.
Yeah. Oi. She's like, I have some beers now. No, she's at first. Well, she has to like taste a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
she can't go completely like, hey,
Yeah.
get me out of here, or like she shuts off her light and decides to crawl closer, but they notice her,
Yeah.
and
They have like flashlights.
they
like
have
big
flashlights,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What are you doing here? Are you
Yeah.
coming from that?" We need actually to give that American guy that
Okay, like
Yeah.
let's say let's give him a company name like Brandon Incorporated.
Brandon Incorporated.
Yes.
That's what the 3 guys tell the girl, which is obviously
Yeah.
the not the how do you say that, the leader of some sorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And say another spy from the Brandon Incorporated.
Yeah.
Let's get her. I find it really cheesy now.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We were dealing
Let's
with
get her.
like
Let's get her.
double bill movies, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So and when they charge up the boulder, she sees that one of them is actually not a guy; it's a woman.
Yeah, there's a woman. Yeah.
Yes, and she recognizes Carolina.
Yeah, it's
Like
Carolina,
she looks
yeah.
way different, like just like maybe a bandana or something, and looks
An
like
eye patch these days. No.
eye patch. Yeah, sure. Why not?
not?
Let's go there. Let's go for the eye patch. And she recognizes Carolina, and while she was already retreating,
Yeah.
she's like stunned by this moment of seeing her, and
Yeah.
he yells out to her like Carolina,
Carolina.
and she just wants to get closer, and that's when like you hear a shot,
Yeah.
and like a bullet is passing her.
So.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right, and is that the moment for the next song?
That is the moment that
Alright.
she's not looking great, actually.
So she has like a crisis in this moment because like,
she wants to go to Carolina, but
but there's a shot.
there are like guns
And
saying
she-
no, don't enter. Don't
And
go."
she has to go back,
Yeah.
and she retreats. And the song that we hear is by Emika, and it's called "Sleep with My Enemies."
The house on the hill is waiting for me. She sleeps naked, just like enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me. I sleep with my enemies, they're the ones with passion for me.
Okay, that was Emika with Sleep With My Enemies. And
Well, she did, sort of.
fair enough. Now that
No,
they're enemies, yeah. And so you had the bang of the shot, and she turns around,
Runs the other way.
runs the other way, back to the
Yeah.
entrance.
Gets
and
shot
then-
somewhere.
Maybe she
hit.
gets shot.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, sure, why not?
Leaving a trail. So
Or
they
maybe
can-
maybe
they can-
maybe she doesn't get shot, but she like stumbles over like a
Okay.
boulder or something and gets hurt.
Yeah, and then she leaves a trail for them.
Yeah,
Finds
yes.
her later on.
What is only a visual cue? The audience doesn't know yet.
No, okay, that's true.
and then she comes back towards the entrance of the cave.
Yeah.
And when she turns around, she sees that actually the entrance is open again.
It's open again.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's help! I can get out."
Yeah.
And when she comes closer, they're like maybe like 5 guys. Did
Yeah.
she take 5 guys?
Gunman's.
Gunmans. Five guys like in ranger uniform, or
Yeah.
like private security uniform.
Sort of, yeah.
Like really like kind of dumb muscle looking guys.
With a cowboy hat.
With a cowboy hat, yes, and like super cheesy and like macho, uncomfortable people. And she runs towards them,
Yeah.
and they are like super standoffish towards her. And they like when she wants to like run into their arms. Essentially, they kind of like yeah,
Let the gun do the talking.
yeah,
I
like
don't
they
know.
they have weapons and they
Yeah.
have a big logo from Brandon Incorporated.
Brandon Incorporated.
And they subdue her. Like there's a fight evolving,
Yeah.
and she's probably taking out some of them. But like
Yeah. Is it a gunfight between them?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think maybe it was be like more like a martial arts. We need some martial arts in here.
Yeah.
Or you want a gunfight for your
I
next
want
song?
a gunfight for the next song. Maybe that's better. That
Okay,
fits it.
okay.
So she
how
kind
about
of
this?
grabs one
How-
from the
How we could do that, or they have a martial arts fight and let's do the
That's
gun.
what-
Let's
no.
do the gun. Yeah.
yeah, but
So
she has
there's
some martial arts fights.
and
Disarms one, and she
yes.
has some
and
to
she,
fire back.
She gets a
Yeah.
gun, yes, and she like hides somewhere in
Yeah.
the opening cave, and then there's a gunfight.
There's a little gunfight between the marshals. What is it? Security
Yeah, yeah.
cowboys.
And like she's good, but she's still outnumbered.
yeah, definitely.
All right, and we need a track for that.
Yes. It's called Calamity Jane by the Ravens. Oh.
Well, I'd be here and she'd be there, and all the while I'd be wondering what was wrong. Till time would pass and then at last would leave me alone, and then I knew that she'd be gone. Calamity
Okay, there was a shot, and so the fight was happening.
Yeah.
and we were discussing what is happening.
What
during
would
the
be
fight.
happening? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some sick choreography.
Of course.
Obviously about the fighting, and then she like pulls out the gun and retreats behind the boulder and
Yeah.
shoots like maybe 2 of the people, but she also gets shot in the
Yeah,
shoulder.
she's got hurt. She definitely has to show that some mortality. I mean,
Yes.
who wants to like a protagonist that's just immortal and great at all the stuff that she does? No, she's human. She's shot. She's hurt.
Right. And what we see as the audience, but what she doesn't see, is that the people from before, the people from beyond the bridge with
Yeah.
Carolina as the lead, they are like coming around. Like they've followed her trail,
Yeah.
and they are like hiding in the shadows.
Yeah,
And when she gets shot, she makes a sound.
yeah, like something that is familiar for Carolina.
Maybe it's like she makes a really childlike sound.
Yeah.
Even though she's like this like tough person, but she gets shot in the shoulder and she makes
everyone makes that
yeah,
sound.
I guess so.
Even how tough you are.
Yeah, maybe not in movies normally, but,
No,
but now.
Yeah.
And so in that moment, what happens?
It's that Carolina realizes this is not a foe
Yeah.
from Brandon Incorporated, but this is her old lover.
Yes.
Reminiscent.
And so we get a big shot on Carolina's face. What does she look like?
Well, she has an eye patch these days. She has seen some tougher times now. And
She has scars, maybe?
some scars, yeah. But there's some like this determination and like a radiance of self-confidence in her that is very beautiful. That's very attractive also. It's still very attractive to
Right.
someone also like Meiko.
And she's like in her 40s or something. But
Yeah, but yeah.
okay, so a really charismatic person.
Mm-hmm.
And now she realizes that that's Maiko.
Yeah,
And they look at each other. And now we get like the climax of the fight.
yeah.
So the
we
people
have
from the other side, they join in the fight.
Mhm.
And then
big showdown.
showdown with the goons of the Brandon
Trying to
Incorporated.
save the wounded Meiko from the
Yes.
crossfires of guns and
Yes,
stuff.
yes. So, maybe the gunmen of Carolina and the goons, they're gonna have like a crossfire, like standoff kind
Yeah.
of. And Carolina runs to grab her from
Yeah.
from the boulder.
Yeah.
And so we're at the climax, according to the theory that
Yeah.
you prepared this. And so I have a song that's a bit different than the ones before because the song itself really builds to a climax.
Mm-hmm.
It's by American singer-songwriter Dan Mangan,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Basket. So that's the one that you hear during the final shootout scene.
Shootouts.
We are young, we have years ahead, maybe we might fall.
So maybe there's
in
like
love,
a flashback scene now.
fall apart.
First, like in the noise jumps down and like
Yeah.
you have a flashback
Fall
scene,
apart.
and then when the song builds, you go back to the fighting scene.
Before it ends, well, we should try to start. So I'll go, but I'm telling you I don't wanna go. Could be stuck here and happy. So there's a puzzle I work on endlessly, and I've got the sides and all the corners, but there's a space. Yeah, there's a space. Lost some pieces I can't replace. So I'll be, but I'm telling you I don't wanna be just a wasted puzzle piece. We are old and our son took the dog away, and fair enough, guess we're tired all the time. All the time. And you know dogs, they need ample time outside. So I'll stay, but I'm telling you I don't wanna stay So I'll brace myself against the wall and hope to God that I don't fall. My bones are worn, my hip won't hold. I used to be so young, how did I get so old? Won't you take my cane and hold my hand? You're holding on to all I have, just a basket full of memories, and I'm losing more each day it seems. But if I can make it to the street, I'll steal a car or a bike, whatever there is to steal. And it might get cold, I just don't care. I'm going till I'm getting there. I'll ride my steed all through this town till have looked and I have found your peaceful memory. Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me?
Okay, so fighting scene is over.
Over.
There was
Not only fighting.
yes, like
Because-
also like the metaphorical separation between them.
And lovers finally reunited again,
Yeah.
recognized.
So definitely having like a close up between them, looking at each other with like all the bullets flying in the background, people getting shot. Because always you have that thing in movies, like goons just get shot.
Yeah.
I remember.
And you
like-
know that they can't aim. For
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
For only like, oh yeah, but she's also hit. Oh wait, scrap.
Reminds me of like there was an Adult Swim Star Wars
Yeah.
cartoon I saw once, which was about a stormtrooper.
It's always the joke, right? That the stormtroopers can't.
Yeah,
aim.
no, but it's like, you know, it's like this guy, like he lives with his family, and it's like, oh yeah, I have a day at the Death Star,
Oh,
and like making breakfast for his kids. And then he goes to Death Star and like punches in, and then like there's some Jedis come and like murder everyone.
Yeah.
Goons have no lobby. It's a thing. So back to the movie.
Back to
They
yeah, they finally.
They're together.
They are together again.
The goons are fought off.
Yeah.
Some more people from the
goons
other
are
side.
dead. Better
Yeah.
than dead.
They're just dead.
They're dead.
Just killed. You don't
No.
care about the goons.
I don't care about the goons.
Nice. and so from the other community, more people show up. And it's
Mhm.
not only gunmen. It's
Yeah.
also a woman. And okay, now we so hard try to not be sexist in this thing. It's also people, civilians, no matter which
Civilians,
gender.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids, maybe.
Yeah, definitely there will be kids because we need some kind of like revelation. Who are these people in the caves, right? And
Yes.
who are they with? And like.
And they wear a bandana
Mhm.
on their head, maybe. Maybe it's cooler on a head.
Yeah.
Maybe you can sell some merch afterwards. Some bandana, and Maiko realizes it's this tiny monster from the before, from
Yeah,
the graffiti. They're all
Chupacabra.
wearing, yeah. How's it called?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. They wear it as a bandana.
As a sign, yeah. And it's her lover Carolina explains what happened to her. Explained what happened to her. That someone drove them off from their town. And these
Yes.
guys, the townspeople that live in these caves, they are I already spoiled it. They are the townspeople from the
Yes.
from the town. So it's also a little bit of a moment of rejoice we have a little bit of a victory here.
Yes.
Sort of like.
And why did they get there? Like they were like living in this town, and it was there was a whole big thing. There was a National Geographic documentary about this place because it's like this one town that's in the desert, and tourists came because they wanted to see it. And
I have a good idea.
you have a good idea?
Do you know this stupid television show where people like looking for gold and
Yes,
from
yeah.
the National? Oh no, on Discovery probably.
Yeah.
And like that was a hit show, and now all of a
Yes.
sudden this
Yes.
stupid American
American people want to move in. European
No,
people.
not let's not say American tourists, but like say
Western
tourists.
Western
yeah.
tourists. And they came, and this guy, one of the first people, was Brandon.
Yeah.
That's his name. That's like where his whole villainy started,
And he
because
just
his parents.
up.
Yeah, because his parents were like the family of the Brandons, and they called him Brandon,
Yeah.
and that's how he turned evil. And he moved
Brandon
in.
likes his suntan.
Yeah.
Orange.
Very orange. And he moved into the town and bribed the authorities, and then got like the lonely man of the city and gave them money and made his security force.
Yeah.
And started attacking the people who were holding the communal places.
Yeah.
And yeah, this all is elaborated now.
Very elaborate, and all of a sudden we have a sort of a exposition character, which probably is Carolina, that just when exposition dump all over Mako with what the hell happened.
Yes, and then we need a song for this. We need a song for all of the story.
Yeah, Let's see where that brings us, because we will see Chico. I cannot remember my artist name.
Buarque.
Yeah,
and Partido Alto.
It was a happy, joyful moment.
Very nice.
Diz que Deus dará. Não vou duvidar ou negar. E se Deus não dá, como é que vai ficar ou negar? Diz que dá. E se Deus negar ou negar, eu vou me indignar e chegar. Deus dará. Deus ampara, gozadora, adora brincadeira. Pois pra me jogar no mundo tinha o mundo inteiro. Mas achou muito engraçado me botar cabreiro. Na barriga da miséria nasci batuqueiro. Eu sou do Rio de Janeiro. Não vou duvidar ou negar. Se Deus não dá, como é que vai ficar ou negar? Diz que dá. E se Deus negar ou negar, eu vou me indignar e chegar. Deus dará.
Jesus Cristo ainda me paga um dia, ainda me explica como é que põe no mundo esta pobre coisita. Vou correr o mundo afora, dar uma canjica, que é pra ver se alguém embala o ronco da cuíca. E aquele abraço pra quem pega.
Diz que Deus dará. Não vou duvidar ou negar. E se Deus não dá, como é que vai ficar ou negar? Diz que dá.
So I think while we're listening to this music, you're walking back to the cave, like through the cave, end of the cave, and there's a community there.
Like a little bit of quick cuts of how the community functions, bananas.
Yeah, everything's selfie, water stream.
A bit of gardening,
Yes.
cave gardening.
Não vou duvidar ou negar. E se Deus não dá, como é que vai ficar ou negar? Diz que dá. E se Deus negar ou negar, eu vou me indignar e chegar. Deus dará.
Deus me deu mão de veludo pra fazer carícia. Deus me deu muitas saudades e muita preguiça. Deus me deu perna comprida e muita malícia, pra correr atrás de bola e fugir da polícia. Eu um dia sou notícia.
Que Deus dará. Não vou duvidar ou negar. E se Deus não dá, como é que vai ficar ou negar? Diz que dá. E se Deus negar ou negar, eu vou me indignar e chegar. Deus dará.
So, and we arrived in this community in between the hills, and where Carolina is like a big shot.
Yeah, de facto leader.
Yes.
Sort of.
And
self-appointed mayor of the underground.
Exactly.
Town.
And they're living precariously, but self-governed.
Self-governed.
And I think there will be not much more story. She's just gonna see the city or the town in there.
A little bit of traveling around the town.
Yes, and there's more room for a sequel.
Definitely sequel.
Probably nowadays there was just a pilot. Probably it was not even part one. It was the pilot, and now there might be a whole series evolving.
Yeah.
Netflix. I'm pretty busy until March, but afterwards, and Dave also has time, so just send us an email.
Somewhere around 2021 January-ish.
Yeah, we were
March,
available.
maybe.
Available. And thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And now we need the most important thing about a song, which is the credit roll.
The credits rolling in.
Yes. I think I once watched a short movie where the maker was... it was an interview with people who watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the movie watchers was saying like the credits roll like upwards. Mm-hmm. And you kind of like stay behind because you want to give everyone the appreciation of being in the movie. I mean, they don't know, but like you know. Yeah. And he made up this image of many movie theaters around the country, and all of them have the credits roll, and the credits grow like trees out of the movie theaters into the sky, and they just go on endlessly. And how nice would it be if you left the movie theater while the credits are still rolling, and you're standing outside and you're looking back, and you see on top of the movie theater, you see the credits rolling into eternity.
To eternity.
And the credit song for this movie, which tried really hard to be a gritty Western movie, turned into a romance.
Yeah. Which Western?
Yeah. I think it needs a gritty closing song.
Yeah.
Something that reflects the inner struggle that our protagonist had from the beginning on. I don't think she got enough screen time. Like, a lot of stuff happened around her.
But it's also nice.
Yeah, sure. But now we're gonna really reflect on her journey.
Yeah.
And there was some shit that happened. Like her hometown was wrecked. Brandon Incorporated is still there. Of course.
They're still there.
Right? They trash her place.
There's room for continuation somewhere.
Exactly, and maybe this song is a nice segue into the next thing. So please enjoy from Ween. Buenas tardes, amigo.
Tardes, amigo. Hola, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo's on Tuesday, and I hoped we'd see each other again. You killed my brother last winter. You shot him 3 times in the back. In the night, I still hear Mama weeping. Oh, Mama still dresses in black. I looked at every fiesta for you. I wanted to greet. Maybe I'd sell you a chicken with poison interlaced with the meat. You look like my brother. Mama loved him the best. He was head honcho with the ladies. Mama always said he was blessed. The village all gathered around him. They couldn't believe what they saw.
I said it was you that had killed him, and that I'd find you and upstand the law. The people of the village believed me. Mama, she wanted revenge. I told her that I'd see that she was honored. I'd find you and put you to death. Now that I've found you on this such a joyous day, I tell you, it was me who killed him. But the truth I'll never have to say. Buenos tardes, amigo. Hola, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo's on Tuesday, and I hoped we'd see each other again. Yes, I hoped we'd see each other again. I hoped we'd see each other again.
So that was Ween with our credit roll song Buenas tardes, amigo.
Amigo.
And we felt very inspired while listening to this. I think there might be a sequel.
I definitely think.
He probably, maybe already in the credit roll, you saw something happening in the town below, like Brandon Incorporated.
Yeah.
I feel Brandon is a really nice antagonist.
Yeah, I like Brandon, definitely.
And
should be played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Isn't he a bit too old for that, maybe? To be orange?
No, but he's also a bit orange.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
Well, thank you, Dave.
Yeah, thanks.
So much for joining here.
No, thank you. It was a blast.
I always have fun during my radio show, but this was the fastest passing radio show I had so far. And thank you for watching. And thank you, Yuzi, for...
The drawings. They're amazing.
The drawings are really amazing. The band was called Ween, so W-E-E-N. And we're going to be back, or I'm going to be back next week on Monday, 21:30, with Laszlo that time. We're going to play songs from the Revolution. And I hope you're also going to see you again. And we wish you a very good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye, everyone.